Testing. Oh, there we go. Okay. I fixed it. Hi, everyone. Good morning. Happy Monday. Hi, Jeeps. Hi, Astana. Hello, Augie. How are you all doing? Augie, you're awake. I'm glad you're awake. Astana, your day is tired. You were on a night train, barely slept because one guy snored like a cartoon character. Oh no. I am so sorry to hear that. Hopefully you'll have enough time for a short nap today. Augie, is this where we sing Step On as it's a happy Monday? Good reference, Augie. I like it. I've got my coffee. So hold on, let me move my mouse, my camera over there. Okay, so it's a Monday. Bet y'all didn't know that. I did not want to get up this morning. I did not sleep well at all over the weekend because I did not sleep in my own bed. I went to a friend's house where we had a LAN weekend from Friday all the way to yesterday evening. And so 2 nights. And yeah, I got to sleep in my own bed last night. But Friday night and Saturday night, I slept in my friend's guest room. And she's got this day bed. And oh my goodness, it was her day bed. It's a typical day bed, you know, and the if you're sleeping on it as a single, on your own as in the single bed, it's good because you got two mattresses to make up, you know, a normal mattress. But if you fold it out and turn it into a large bed for two people, which is what she did because, you know, my partner was with me, then yeah, it's the mattress is a lot thinner and it's just not comfortable at all, and you got that seam running down the middle that separates the two mattresses as well. So yeah, it's just I did not sleep well at all. You know, being a house I'm not used to sleeping in as well. It was just a whole thing, but it was a fun weekend. So how did all your weekends go? I hope you had a good weekend. Astana, you've got your, maybe you might be able to get a nap, but you do have coffee now. That is good. I have coffee as well. In my big trans mug. This is my penultimate pot of Oriental Dates and Spices coffee. It has taken me, because I'm the only one in this house that drinks coffee. Paul will drink it every once in a great while, like maybe once a year. Not very often. And one of my housemates will drink it when he needs a huge caffeine boost. But he only likes it as a mocha with hot chocolate. So, and he only drinks coffee probably like twice a year. So I'm the only person in this house that drinks coffee every single day. So it has taken me, to get through this 100 grams of ground coffee, it's taken me nearly 2 weeks. Which I'm not complaining. But I do have 5 other flavors of ground coffee in the refrigerator that I would love to try. Asana mocha is nice. I love mocha. It's just not good for, you know, the belly that I am trying to lose. Not this weekend, though. Oh my god, the amount of snacks and junk food that I ate this weekend was just, oh. We had baklava, we had M&Ms, we had crisps, there was, no homemade cakes or cookies, which I am very surprised about because, my friend, she does a cake and cookie business. So and normally she makes like a plate full of either cookies or cupcakes or, you know, or she makes like cake pots using her leftover cake bits. But no, this time, no homemade cakes or cookies. I have to admit, I was a little bit surprised. But there were loads of other treats there. So my partner went to Costco and bought, he saw that there was, in the Easter section, this giant chocolate hen. I'm not kidding. It was huge. It was like life-sized with, there were like 7 or 8 real life-sized chocolate eggs in a nest around this life-size chocolate hen. So we had that as well. Just, oh my gosh. Astana, no, not balaclava, baklava. Baklava is, it is the most, it is the most delicious treat ever. It is basically like hundreds, if not thousands, of layers of really thin phyllo pastry. So very, very thin, very crunchy pastry. And in between the layers, you have like pistachio and honey. So it's just layer upon layer of phyllo pastry and pistachio, you know, crunched up pistachios and honey, in bite-sized pieces. Definitely not good for you, but oh my god, it is so, so tasty. If you like honey and you like pistachios, and you like the crunch of thin pastry, oh, it is so good. Um, Definitely not good for you, but very very good. It is like a Turkish, I believe it's Turkish. It's either, well, I was gonna say it's Turkish, but it might. I don't. I think it's just in that area of like Turkey and Greece. That general area is the baklava area. You know, is where they fix it. Because I can remember when I lived in Kansas, there was this Greek sandwich shop, and they did gyros and baklava there, and it was owned by this man and his woman, you know, his wife, man and his woman. Oh my God, Mir, this man and his wife, who had immigrated to the U.S. from Greece, and they had she fixed homemade baklava, and sold it. It was so good. That was my first introduction to baklava, was that Greek restaurant or Greek cafe, and then when I came over here to the UK, it's around here. It's like on every Turkish stall. So every stall that sells, you know, Turkish delight and olives and all of the and curries. I'm thinking of one particular market stall in Kirkgate Market in Leeds City Centre. They've got like a dozen different types of Turkish delight, and they do tapas of, you know, stuffed olives, and they've got baklava there and fudge, and oh my God, so good, so good. Augie, isn't it a Jewish snack? What baklava is, I think it's just endemic to that region. So Greek, Turkish, yeah, Greek, Turkey, Jewish people in that area, they all eat baklava. And I mean, who can blame them? Who can blame them? Astana, what is Turkish delight? Okay, so Turkish delight is it's a chewy snack, and it's hard to explain, but it's basically like very soft, almost like marshmallow consistency, but it's flavored with rose water. It sometimes is coated in chocolate, but the traditional way to do it is to coat it in powdered sugar. Okay, yeah, it's like a gelatin snack, yeah. Jeebs, one word, awful. Yeah, if you don't like rose-flavored stuff, you won't like it. Give me a second, and I'll see if I can show you, like, an image of it. So, Turkish delight. I want proper... I want to show you a proper picture of Turkish delight. Here we go, here we go. So, Turkish delight is a confectionery sweet based on a gel of starch and sugar. You have loads of different varieties that consist of chopped dates, pistachios, hazelnuts, or walnuts that's bound by the gel. And they're also flavored with rosewater, mastic gum, bergamot, or lemon. And you can also get cinnamon and mint flavored. The cinnamon and mint flavored are my favorite. And they're cut up into small cubes, dusted with icing sugar or powdered cream of tartar. And that's just to keep them from clinging to each other. But let me see if I can find a really nice image. Oh, here we go. Here we go. Okay, so let me get rid of the Sims game so you can see it. Here we go. So this is a very close-up of traditional rose water flavored Turkish delight. It is, as you can see, just a, yeah, it is just a cube of gelatinous pink. Jeeves, it's not the flavor that you don't like, it's the weird texture, like something that shouldn't exist. Yeah, it is very the texture is quite weird. This is more variants, and these are covered in dried coconut. Um, and you can see that these are rolled and covered in dried coconut and are different flavors. Some of them have like liquid filling. So yeah, there's when you hear Turkish delight, most people think of this version. But traditionally, they can also look like this. And then this is a different variant of Turkish delight. So you've got the gel in the middle, and then you've got a layer of nougat and a layer of dried apricot around it. So yeah, there's loads of different types. So that goes on to a different article. There's loads of different types of Turkish delight. So yeah, if you ever find yourself at a proper stall, proper Turkish stall that sells Turkish delight, a lot of them will give you free samples if you explain to them, I have never had Turkish delight, and I want. Can I try some before I buy it? A lot of the times, if they're nice, they will give you like a small piece of like one or two or three different varieties, so that you can try it before you buy it, which is always good, especially if you've never tried it before. But yeah, it's quite nice. I have to admit, I'm not a fan of the rosewater variety, but I love the cinnamon. Of course I do. Of course I do. And yes, I know, I've said cinnamon in gosh darn it, now that I'm trying to say it, I can't say it. But I said that word like 3 times without thinking correctly. I'm proud of me. But now I can't say it because I'm my brain is aware of it. Augie, it is an odd thing that shouldn't work, but it does. Yeah, Astana, that does look kind of good. Jeeves, just thinking of the stuff makes your skin crawl, but you should try it. It's not for everyone, especially like if there's certain textures that you can't, that you don't like. Like Jeeves, for example. Yeah, it's not for everyone, but it is good, especially the different flavors, and different varieties. So anyway, my friends, welcome in. I could talk about food all day, but I'm not going to. Augie, you shouldn't try Jeeves. Phrasing. Jeeves has that odd texture, Oh, jeez. Okay, so, my friends, welcome in. Allow me to explain what we do on this channel other than goof around and laugh at my phrasing conundrums. This is a Sims 4 Work With Me live stream. So, what we do is we have, our lovely, if I can bring it up, there we go, our lovely super sweet bot, and it's exclamation sweet if you want a quick tutorial on how to get started with super sweet bot. But we do a Pomodoro technique here, which is 20 minutes of focus time where we get our to-do list done, or at least work on getting our to-do list done. And then 15 minutes of chat time where we chat and talk about various things that are happening in our lives and all that wonderful stuff. So, shall we get started? Shall we get started? Jeeves, you're technically edible, but cannibalism appears to be frowned upon in most places. But really, you think you taste lovely. Do you often just find yourself going nom 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 and nibbling on yourself when you're hungry? Does anyone else do that? Or am I the only one? Not nomming on Jeeves when we're hungry, but like, if I'm concentrating really hard, I will like, or if I'm a bit peckish and but I'm concentrating on something, you know, I'm in the zone, I will find myself like nibbling on my knuckle or something. I never bite through, you know, but I'll just like nibble on, put my finger, my knuckle in my mouth or something. I'm weird like that. I don't know. Jeep, see, I want a mirror on you. Mirror wants to nom on you. Oh my god. I'm gonna shut up now, and we're gonna start the clock. Oh dear. Let me...
I should have known such a colossal fuck-up could only be perpetrated by such a colossal dolt.
Thanks, Augie. Oh, jeez. Alright. Let's get this done. Let's see. Do all of the wonderful thing. So, timer Pomo, 0 out of 6. And then let's get this on. So what we do is, in the background, by the way, during our 20 minutes, I do have the Sims running in the background. I need to get... yes. Okay, hold on. I need to get Fleur's or Shaz's sim in, because my brain just totally blanked that yesterday when I was prepping for my live stream late last night. So give me just a second. I need to find Fleur's account over on the thing, and then I'll put her in. But yes, we do have the Sims running on in the background, and everyone who subs over on Twitch or is a tier 2 paid member on YouTube gets their sim put into this save. First come, first serve. I will put sims into the household until the household is full. And beyond that, I will put you in the surrounding houses and make your sim join a club that is will enable your sim to be over at my sims, you know, at the household lot constantly during club meetings, which will be when we live stream. So let's see. I need to find. Hold on, itchiness. Okay, so Fleur Le Fleur is Shaz's gallery ID. Fantastic. So what we need to do is we go there and manage household. Edit, add, or remove. Yep, we want to add a sim. Augie, you're going to say, don't we need a new house member? We do indeed. So we're going to add a sim. We're going to add a sim from the gallery. And then we go to EA account ID, Fleur. Hold up. Fleur Le Fleur. Okay. F-L-E-U-R La F-L-E-U-R. Whoops. Ah, fantastic. Alright, now I need to find Fleur's profile catalog. Sort by newest households. Here it is. Here's Shaz. No mod version. Very nice. Wow, she's like, I'm just gonna use base game. Shaz, you did not use just base game. Also, it's saying I don't own Crystal Creations, but I do. It's a bug. So, yes, we will place this household. Yes, I own Crystal Creations. Shut up. Augie, Shaz's sim looks awesome. She does, doesn't she? I love it. Shall we take a look? Shall we take a look at Shaz's outfits? Alright, so we've got this one, which is... Oh, I love this outfit. Look at this. This is Shaz's everyday outfit. And then we've got her formal. Again, beautiful. Violet eyes. Gotta love it. Athletic. Wow. Shaz's sim self is ripped. Sleep. Very, very nice. Wow, look at those long nails and the rings. If I had long nails like that and rings like that for sleeping in, my face would just be like completely scratched up. I'm just saying. Party wear. Very, very good. Swimwear. Very nice. Love the hair, by the way. That is really good hair. And then we've got hot weather Shaz. Can I just say also, I love how she's changed the hairstyle for the different outfits. I typically don't change the hairstyle of my sim. But I like how she's changed the hairstyle. So we go from, you know, a nice but casual-ish look for the everyday for the hair. And then we go, you know, to an updo for formal, ponytail for athletic, and so on. That just looks seriously good. All right. And then looking real quick at her traits: ambitious, creative, cheerful, loads of likes, and only color dislikes. So she's got all loads of different likes, which makes sure that she will stay active in the household, which is awesome. All right, let's get her in. Fantastic. All right, let's get started, my friends. 20 minutes on the clock. And I will catch up with you all in the 20 minutes. We'll follow Shaz around to start off with, since she is our new member.
Yanisej? Sitorb. Ha! Blazzle. Ha! Gorsoy.
Zimba. Pajivka. Ha! Speak.
Oh, bonita Fenoy. Oh. Parsifal Robin. Avoid Sibiwa. Sibiwa. Oh, Narga. Grobe. Ah.
Nukum Kalang. Yam Sabrita.
Oh.
Apanu Smishi. Grinoi Foibi. Pularga Zakuni. Sensen Gorge.
Stumsy. Tisa Web Galarga. Uchima. Froibe Bahana. Avoy Sibawa. Yib Saquinario. Kisapay. Nana Imba. Bor.
Larb. Kifaya. Oh,
Hamba. Maypick Yimbara. Zapin Warshabin. Shimray. Mons of Sardi. Nachelna. Orobe Sensi Markdo. Argon Wash. Azarik. This right.
Oh, Surga Blue. Apalachaba. Muji Peachy. Oh, God.
Garnouche.
Valafoy.
Sibuna Torble Forbe.
Lissarak.
Kashin.
Oh, Wavine.
Barani. Arbovinia Quar. Jabal.
Oh, Quapo.
Klana.
New Beam. Ifla.
Lerna.
Swarspa Kitsuni. Bratza Skansis. Garshiwank.
Snibara Watanini. Wilmina Exine.
Renzi.
Yeah.
Thiamba.
Ooh.
Stumsig Salunga. Panave. Bamba Yoops. Balone of Pogum. Amiva. Inabush Pishushi. Fidarba.
Ephidroy Yambara.
Oh, Padish.
Ah.
Minnesota. Oh, Muji Fiji.
Hunga. Zoma Froy. Sweetie Wetzel. Habiri. Milpa Brehe. Kibaru Danu. Oka Free Peshka. Trainee Pipsa. Hey.
All right, everyone, that is our first focus session done. Welcome back. I hope you all are being a little bit productive. My brain is all over the place, so I've gotten a little bit done, but I keep flitting back and forth between tasks, which is never good. You never flit from one task to another. You know, doing a little bit of one task and then going to another task and never do that, because you'll never get anything done. I need to listen to my own advice. But yeah, I've been doing that this morning because it is, I have Monday brain, okay? And yeah, my brain is like, I do a little bit of something and then my brain is like, ooh, don't forget you need to do this. So I start doing this, you know, the other thing that my brain has told me about, and then I do a little bit of that, and my brain's like, oh, don't forget this, you wanted to do this. I need to use Super Sweet Bot. That's what I need to do. And so when my brain tells me, ooh, don't forget about this, I can just go over to I should go over to Super Sweet Bot and just, you know, do it. So, it'll be fine. Right. Let's pause the game, shall we? We're gonna pause the game. We've been following 3 different Sims around because, yeah, we keep getting things done. So we've got Muir, who needs to put on some clothes. Dude, What even? Change your outfit, man. Get some clothes on. There.
Oxnaz. Ah.
Get some clothes on, Muir. Okay, that's better. So we started off by following Shaz's sim. Then we started following Muir, and then we started following Opting. Augie, isn't that the exact reason for Super Sweet Bot? It is, yes. I need to start using it more. Augie, you guess Mir's feeling comfortable around everyone. Evidently. Oh my goodness. Okay, so I'm gonna pause the game while Opting is mopping up the floor. And let's talk about gaming a bit, shall we? We've had over the weekend a few bits of gaming news that have cropped up. So let's go ahead and talk about that. If I can find... Okay, so here we go. So we've got the Paralives gameplay music video that dropped. Let me real quick... God, I've just got so much going on over here. Let me pause that music. Because this Paralives video... is quite interesting. It is official music for live mode in different areas of the game. So let's go ahead and have a listen. Just nice chill music for just everyday life here. The music in live mode adapts to your Para's emotions and special moments. Oh. Jason made a mess in the kitchen. You mean a fire. A fire. Jason made a fire in the kitchen. Okay, so it's gone from a nice chill to like a danger, stressful, music sound. Oh, that's really cool. Oh, you were gonna say it sounds chill, yeah. And then it goes straight back to the chill music. When the together bar fills up, you can pick a development for the conversation. Oh. I love the UI sounds that they've put in. And romantic moments like this are highlighted through the music. So you've got a very subtle romantic song playing in the background during the flirty moments. All those UI noises. It's Sophia and Jason's first kiss together. On the music, that is so cool. The music is seriously nice. Jeeves, you cannot wait to ruin this game. So the music accompanies this very special moment for our parafolk. Oh, that kind of special moment. We know what they're getting up to. They're going to sleep. Honestly, that's what they're doing. They're just going to sleep. Nothing to see here, folks. The music is very bow chicka bow wow, isn't it? Augie, they've got restless legs. Yeah, 100%, yes. I was expecting the Sims style of, love hearts and, stuff like, fireworks, but no, it's just, it's very, very chill. But the music, that was the whole thing of that video, is how different things, different music plays during different events, which is really cool. I really, really like it. So the comments on this, I can tell that the stress music is going to get burned into everyone's brains. I love how mature the woohoo is. I love the cuddle. It makes them seem like they actually like each other. I love that the music adapts to the emotions and events. Made a mess. What an understatement. The danger theme gives more dangerous imminent vibes rather than dangers here urgency. I know it'll become more intense with time, but the fire was there already. It feels like urgency was justified. Okay, so that is a good bit of constructive critique on that. I kind of agree with that. Hey Violet, how are you? Glad to see ya. They'd probably be accused of copying The Sims if they did that, honestly. Yeah, that is very, very true. I was half expecting it, something like that, mainly because of how much I played The Sims. It's the fireworks and love hearts is kind of like ingrained upon my brain. So not seeing it is a bit of a surprise. It's a pleasant surprise, but still what my brain expected versus what happened was a little bit jarring. But that is me and not the game, you know? I don't blame the developers at all for not including that. So, I love looking at the comments, by the way, when we get to this, when we get videos like this. So, yeah, I like the music in general, but there should be a more danger-like music for when things catch on fire. It doesn't need to be exaggerated as The Sims, but it could be more anxious. Yeah, so, like, when it's a small fire, have that urgency, but then as the fire spreads, have it get more and more, stressful and in-your-face type of thing. Okay. I can understand that. And yeah, everyone else, I like the idea of having background music in the game instead of just jingles and stings. Everyone talking about, yeah, the music being soothing and chill. Very nice to see. Yeah, I am so looking forward to this game. It is going to be so, so good. Violet, you're curious what they're calling it instead of woohoo? Yeah. I'm curious about that as well because I didn't see it in the video. Let's see. That's them dancing. That's the first kiss. Let's have a quick look. This is about that stage, so let's see if we can see it in the thing. They're flirty, romantic interest, kiss again. Get intimate. Okay, that's what it's called in the game. Getting intimate. Right there. I don't know if you can see it. Let me full screen it so you can see it a little bit better. And I might be able to... No, I can't. Wait, can I? No, I can't make it larger. It's fine. Darn. But yeah, get intimate is what they're calling it. So there you go. Jeeves, The Sims had a monopoly for so long, it will definitely... Oh, yeah. I mean, Enjoy is compared to The Sims at every step, or has been compared to The Sims at every single step of its development. So, Paralives is 100% going to be compared to The Sims. In fact, I know that a lot of the patrons of Paralives keep asking every time The Sims releases a new mechanic, patrons are like, are you going to release a similar mechanic? And it's, yeah, I bet for the developers it's a little bit annoying, but there you go. It's just something, since The Sims has been like the only life simulation, this type of life simulation game for so long. Having another type like this, like The Sims, people are going to constantly talk about it. Yeah. Okay, so there's a little bit other news that we want to get into, but real quick, I do want to go over this article about the Paralives music, because the writer of this article does bring up a few good points. Violet, the base game can't possibly contain 10 plus years of content at launch, and people need to keep that expectation realistic. 100%. The Paralives is going to be, from what I understand what the devs have said, when Paralives is released in early access in May, it is going to be a lot like, I mean, if comparing it to The Sims 4, it is going to be a lot like The Sims 4 was when it first released, in base game. They are going to have a little bit more than what The Sims did in base game, but it is going to be comparative to that. If you can remember how The Sims 4 was way back when. So yeah, that's basically going to be what it is, or similar performing, with similar content and similar mechanics. That there are going to be a few extra things that The Sims 4 didn't add into the base game for like 2 or 3 years. That's going to be, I believe, like gardening. There is going to be in early access, not immediately, but a lot sooner than what it was at like 2 years or something like that. Seasons are going to be baked in from the start, and all of that wonderful stuff. I think they're gradually opening up the modding, starting simple and then gradually opening up what people are able to do as far as, modding the game and adding custom content and all that, which I can understand if they're planning on starting off small and gradually increasing what people can do, because they need to test against that and make sure that it works properly and all that stuff. But yeah, early access is going to be bare bones, and then they're going to gradually improve it as it goes on, which is how it should be. 100% how it should be. Violet, it was bad is what it was. I complete The Sims 4, yeah. As long as they have all the age stages already in base game, they'd already be doing better than The Sims 4 was. Yeah, 100%. I completely agree. I believe they're going to have all the age stages in at early access launch. At least I want to say I read that. I might be misremembering, but... real quick, though, I do want to talk about this. So, there was a Patreon post connected to the video. So let's go ahead and take a look at that real quick, and then we'll continue with our next focus session. So this is gameplay music, and Alex says, you saw some gameplay footage of Jason and Sophia's date, showcasing various music that will accompany the special moment of your pair's lives. The idea behind having music in the live mode is to emphasize the special moments of your pair's lives, which is really cool. I love that. He says the goal is to immerse yourself in the moment without being overwhelmed. The first and most obvious music choice for live mode is for when your pairs are in mortal risk. The music slowly builds up to indicate the growing danger and only stops once the danger is gone. In the case of fire, a short sad cue is played right after putting out the fire to indicate the loss of your precious items. When your pair gets to live something worth celebrating, but it isn't exactly life-changing, you get to hear their joy through the music. Things such as getting a job promotion, life goal, etc. You get to hear romantic music to set the mood. Hi, Rock. How you doing? If it's sexy music like that, they'll have the chance to use the Get Intimate Together card for the first time when they get to a certain level in the romantic relationship. If it's successful, then some sexy music will play. Simple as that. And then Andres continues on saying there's still so many implications when it comes to having music in live mode. What if one of your pairs is having the best time of their lives, but another isn't? What if there's a very wholesome moment with music going on, but you as a player decide to ignore it or completely ruin it? What if your pair isn't a big romantic and their first kiss didn't mean anything to them? What if I just paused the game? All of this is being taken into consideration. That is really cool. I absolutely love that Andre is the music composer for Paralives, by the way, and I absolutely love how they're thinking of literally everything that they can think of for the music. I think it's just gonna make the game so immersive when it comes out, and I am so looking forward to listening to all of the different music. Cannot wait. Jeebs, hold on, replying. If they did, they never release. Yeah, true. Rock, do we have Shazza Sim? Yes, we do. Yes, we do. Rock, naughty Paralives. You know it's called woohooing? It's called getting intimate, Rock. In Paralives, it's called getting intimate. Okay, my friends, for those of you who are new, this is a work with me live stream. We use the Pomodoro technique here, and it is also Sims 4 centric. So we've got the Sims 4 running in the background during our focus sessions, 20 minutes on the clock, and then rock language. 20 minutes on the clock, and I will catch up with you all in that, or after that 20 minutes. Let's get working and get some stuff done for the day. It's Monday. I know we don't want to get stuff done, but it is important. So let's go. I will also mute my microphone and get some music on for us. Violet, you think it'd be cool if there's an option to toggle some child friendliness on and off? Yes, 100%. Might be able to do that through the modding system, though, but we'll have to wait and see.
Oh, our ducks, favorite bees. Oh.
Peachy, Navin, Lemon, Shusha. Even Deso Fanjip Famaya, Mobin? Wiftin a Bays, Tulane Fanjip, Rishim Prida.
Anazuki, Sugarblue.
Anka.
Limna Glen. Kiniko Bifarfase. Flix, Yabrano Darza. Kachoy. Benarb, Yelskarbish. Cesare, Busharb.
Quasma.
Prompt Pampe, who's like Jeffano? Squaz Nelcher, Lanji Chilo, Lindsay Sharg,
Eager Dubé.
Naya Floof, Yamasonic,
Oh.
Jurip, Mulivar, Luxana Skibaro, Sawada Nuloy, Abim, Rapani Varuda, Yivka Bumzoi, Falenas Pitfall, Bivanj. Prompt Pampe, who's like Jeffano?
We's in a row. Oh, Gosha. Namsapona, Newcomb Galang, huh?
Yabasane.
Bunch of
Mhm.
Arabev, huh?
Inazuk.
Uh-huh.
Oh!
Oh! Frida. Ha!
Whew. Ah, Yavoya. Yibsy. Fadish. My bees.
Oop de shoe. Yibsy. Defeat the shul. Nib nub. Yassa Norpsta. Yiftavay. Enza Nuke. What new? Nib nub. Bib booey binja. Yiftavay. Yassa Norpsta. Enza Nuke. What new? Yiftavay. What new? Yiftavay. What new? Yiftavay. Perhaps.
Ho, ho, ho!
Shibes.
Barbthenic. Sabade Bana. Ho, ho, Apollo Chaba, Flamon Shush, Ulak Yemful.
Oh, oh, oh.
Ho, ho, ho!
Doba Harfin.
Doba.
Hampe Tibanu. Squame Quaz. Filpa Brehe. Gibaru Benu. Pinaruja Sapa. Maxine.
Ah.
Nafsa. Yesterday, huh? Pucha? Pucha?
Espinal Moinaya Nerbu. Hoopla.
Trying to find the right button. Alright, everyone, we are finished with our second focus session. We're doing well. We are doing really well today. Violet. Maybe Rock Sim is just socially awkward. Mood. Rock, he finishes dancing and then just has an existential crisis. He is you, and that's not wrong. Yeah. Oh, Rock, thank you. That reminds me. I did say... Hold on. I did say that I was going to put in a toy box, didn't I? Let's do the heirloom toy box, and we'll put it in the wooden color here. For now, we'll just put it there. But there you go. One toy box. Violet, you absolutely do not dance. I do chair dancing. Does that count? Rock, neither can you unless it's like the default dance from Fortnite. You can floss, can't you? There we go. So yeah, I put this down because Cody's sim got the childish trait, and adult sims with the childish trait can play with the toy box and like dollhouses and stuff. So I am tempted to like build a playhouse. I mean, we got we got the swing set and the slide here. But I am tempted to, like, build a playhouse, a little playroom here, that's got, like, toys and stuff. So, we got the money, so why not do it now? While I'm thinking about it, let's build a little playhouse. Let's see... We'll do that. Thanks, game. And bring it out to about there. I think that should be big enough. That should be alright. Rex, speaking of Fortnite, you know what you're gonna ask? Yeah. Fortnite, later. Fortnite later. That's what you're gonna ask, right? BB dot move objects. There we go. Let's put that there. Let's move. We're gonna go ahead and sell this chair, and we'll move this over here. And the reason I'm doing that is so I can put a door here. First, let's get rid of that and put it there. We gotta do a little bit of building, you know. It works. Let's move that like so. Violet, even if you could dance, you would not. You don't know why, but dancing just feels so embarrassing to you. Yeah. I have to admit, I am much the same way. I will only dance when I know no one is watching. Like, IRL stuff, seriously, I am not, like, a dancer at all. So, me dancing is not happening. Not at all. Where has that window gone? Game. Hello. Thank you. Honestly. So we'll put a couple of windows in the room here. We'll do that, and that, and that. There we go. Beautiful. And then for the wall, Ooh, I know what we can do for the wall here. Let's do like a childish type of wall. We'll do this one. There we are. And then the floor, we'll just grab the classic carpet. Favorite carpet in the game is the classic carpet. I love it. Rock, I'm basically making Cody's regression area. It's for everyone. We're gonna have we need a door. Let's grab that. Ooh, you know what? I don't know if people are gonna be able to hold on. We can we can test it. It'll be fine. I'll test it to make sure that people can get in. Let's do that real quick, actually. Cody, can you go here, please? Yes. Yes, he can. Fantastic. Okay. So he can go over there. That is great. All right. He's not complaining about not being able to get through, so that is fine. Right, let's shrink that down. I will put this in the corner. There we are. Rock, that's the reason you gave him the childish trait, because it's the closest thing. Yeah, that is very true. So now we can just go ahead and move this in here. See, I absolutely love building in The Sims. It is literally my jam. I will happily just spend, like, all day building in this game. Nope, a little bit more. Okay, great. Okay, so we need other things in here. I'm thinking a dollhouse and maybe an arcade game. So let's see. Game. We've got. We'll put a dollhouse in. Shrink it down because I don't like that they're like that massive. So just shrink it down by 1. Put it there. And then Should we have a gaming table, do you think? Or should we put in an actual arcade? If I can find it. The arcade machine. So what do you think? Should we put in a gaming table or an arcade machine? I will let you all decide. Augie, the arcade machine. Okay, okay, we can do that. Augie, like I have to ask. I never use this machine because it's just so freaking huge, you know? There we go. So we got this giant arcade machine. We've got a dollhouse. We've got a toy box. Just thinking, is there anything else that I should add? We might actually have enough room here for a gaming table. Rock, why not both? Violet, you don't understand why EA made the dollhouses so big if they work fine smaller. Like, the first couple, you guys you understand, but once everyone started complaining about the size and saw that they work size down, they should have just started making them smaller. I completely agree, because they don't actually interact with the dollhouse. Your Sims will just sit in front of the dollhouse and play with the dolls. They don't actually interact with the dollhouse itself. So yeah, why make it absolutely huge? There's no reason for it. So let's see. I'm thinking of doing the high stakes card game. And doing, yeah, that right there. And then we'll get out a couple of chairs. And I'm hoping this works. I'm absolutely hoping that this works. We'll grab these patio chairs. And there we go. That should hopefully work. And we'll see how the Sims do. They should be able, there should be enough room for them to be able to get through here. So what I'm gonna do, we're gonna go into live mode. I'm gonna have Cody play dolls just to see if he can get over there. Yes, he can. Fantastic. Can you play with... Let's buy some toys. I'm just, like, buying a bunch of toys. Oh. Already own one of those. There we go. Clara doll, helicopter, dragon. Yep, that's fine. That's good. Okay. So can you play... Oh, wait. He can't actually play with the... Oh, yeah, you can. Okay. So we can... play with the toys in the toy chest. Rock, it's probably, the dollhouse sizing thing is probably consistency. When they just started making them big, they decided to commit instead of just doing a patch to resize them all. That might be, yeah. Violet, you saw CC Dollhouse that was literally a pile of dirt and it made the doll into a stick, and that seems better than a giant dollhouse. Oh my gosh. That's hilarious. I like it. You wonder if anyone has made an override that resizes them all? Possibly. Very, very possibly. It wouldn't surprise me. Okay, so we can do that. What about, let's play... Optine, Augie, and Muir. Okay. Let's see if that works. Can everyone play the arcade game together? Yes. Yes, we can. Okay, that's fantastic. And now, finally, can we play cards with Rob and Fleur. Jeeves, is there a room to store Rob's art yet? Nope, nope, that's another thing I need to do. We'll do that during the next break. We'll make an art gallery just for Rob's paintings. Okay, so yeah, that works really, really well. Right, my friends, I need to take a very quick comfort break. So I will be right back. I'll be 2 minutes. Okay, I'm back. Hold on, wait a minute, let me catch up. Oh, wait a minute, hold on. Where's my BRB screen? There it is. Okay, so let's see. What are we doing? What have we all said? Rock, imagine just a sim playing with a pile of dirt and a stick. I mean, like, I used to when I was a kid. When I was really little, I would go outside and I would play with sticks and piles of dirt and leaves and, you know, all sorts. It was loads of fun. It's called using your imagination. Violet, you do, yeah, yep, do it in real life, so why not? Rob Bogerson, that's his name, right? Jeeves, your toddler still, your toddler does that? Playing with sticks and pretending they're people? Yeah, exactly. Augie, you guess you're not Pog Rock. Oh, and Augie Pogger. Yes. Jeeves, your kid is very outdoorsy and apparently impervious to weather. Aw. I mean, at that age, to be honest, I always begged my mother to let me to let me go outside. I would when I was like, well, I can't remember when I was 2, but when I was like 4 or 5 years old, I spent the vast majority of my time outside. Rock, you thought you're forgetting someone, Augie. You are forgettable. You're not Augie. You're not forgettable, Augie. Sorry, that's what I was trying to say. I agree with Rock there. You are not forgettable. But my friends, we have finished. Jeeves, our experience doesn't compare though. It was the 80s. That is very true. Yeah, it was definitely the 80s. When I was 4, it was 1981. And I can remember 4 years old, before I started kindergarten, I can remember I would spend, like, first thing in the morning, I would watch Channel 9, which is PBS. So I would watch, like, all of my kid shows, you know, Sesame Street, Mr. Rogers' Neighborhood, then, and all that. Then when that was finished, it was usually time for lunch, so I would have lunch. That my mom fixed, and then I would go outside and I would play until my sisters got home from school, because they were all like a lot older, several years older than I am. So they were in proper elementary school before I even started kindergarten. So yeah, it's like I would get home when I would play outside until they got home, and then I would annoy the living daylights out of them for like an hour or so. They never got their homework done because I would like constantly try to read over their shoulder and, what you doing? Can you teach me how to do that? Read your English assignment to me. Yeah. Oh, you're reading a book? Read it to me. They absolutely. I was such an annoying little kid. I mean, seriously. So yeah, they never got their homework done at home because I would never let them do it. Loads of fun. Violet, I didn't have anything to do inside though. I mean, yeah, I did. I mean, I had loads of toys that I could have played with inside, but most of the time it's like I preferred playing with my toys outside. So I would grab whatever toys I had, ranging from just oh god, favorite toys when I was little. I had some action figures, I had Barbie dolls, I had these color change mermaids. Not even kidding. They were basically Barbie dolls, but with mermaid tails. And when you got them, put them in warm water, the colors of their tails and their hair would change color as well. Absolutely loved it. I loved just dipping them into hot water and then dipping them into cold water and watching their hair and tails change color. I had an easel so I could draw and paint pictures. I would watch Bob Ross and try to follow along with Bob Ross and get so angry because the paints that I had obviously were completely different to the paints that he was using, and I only had a big chunky paintbrush. And I would try to do what he did on his, and instead of like a proper canvas, it was just paper. And I would get so angry because I couldn't do the things that he was saying to do on his show. Just can you imagine little, 4-year-old me getting angry because I couldn't take a palette, a palette and or a palette knife and squidge the paint onto a canvas like Bob Ross was. I got so angry, and I was constantly asking my mom, can I get paints like Bob Ross? Can I get a proper canvas like Bob Ross? I want to paint like Bob Ross. When I ran out of paints on my easel, my mom refused to get me anymore because I kept kept yelling at myself and throwing little temper tantrums because I couldn't follow along with Bob Ross. It was so funny. Violet, I had two older sisters, and then there was me. We had a lot of foster kids. My parents did foster care when I was really little. So we had quite a few children go through the house, including a few boys, a lot of girls, but there were a few boys that we fostered as well. 2 boys that I can really remember from when I was young that we fostered. One boy was named Mark, and he was about a year younger than me. And then there was Terrell, who was older than I was. But Terrell was deaf and blind. I really felt sorry for him because being blind and deaf. He had, in the 80s, life just dealt him a really bad hand. But he was a good kid. He was quite nice. always, he enjoyed reading because he had books that were braille, so he could read books. And yeah, those are the two boys that I remember being in the household that my parents fostered for a while. Mark lived with us for about a year, and Terrell also lived with us for about 9 months. I think Terrell lived with us. Violet, maybe I annoyed them because I wanted to feel more included since they were probably close to each other. Yeah, I annoyed my sisters. One, because they were my sisters. And two, I legitimately wanted to learn what they were learning in school. I begged my mom to. I'm like, can I start kindergarten early? I want to go to school. Because I felt left out because my sisters were both going to school and coming home with homework and textbooks and all of this stuff every day, and I didn't have any. I obviously I didn't go to school yet, so I didn't have any of that, and I wanted to learn. So my eldest sister, who was an absolute fantastic person, to try to make me feel more included and give me an idea of what to expect when I was, when I got old enough to go to school, she would play teacher, and she would, like, do little science experiments with me. She would help me count money. She would help me read. And I think it was a huge thing with her that I was able to, learn how to read before I started kindergarten. Before I could read before I turned 4. I was able to read and able to write, and I could count money. I really was ahead of a lot of my friends that were the same age, because my sister worked with me and pretended like she was, played teacher with me, so that and taught me all of this stuff. So it was great. Rock, me begging for paints like Bob Ross, and now Paul begging me for new Furbies. I know, right? Oh, I was a complete geek and nerd when I growing up, 100%, definitely. But my friends, let's go ahead. Let's get into our final focus session of the day. We're running a bit late because I seem to be quite chatty today. But you know what? It's fine. There's nothing wrong with being chatty. And this afternoon, Jeebs, I will, when we come back from our after our 2-hour long lunch break, I will build that art studio for Rob. That's the word. Rock, you're gonna go back to sleep. It might catch me on the second stream. No worries, Rock. Have a good sleep. Let's get that timer started, and I will catch you all in 20 minutes.
Yikla. Borf. Siwang. Uh-huh. Yes, happy I'm from. Prom Pampe. Who's like Jeff now?
Simple Veruda. Tubki Yemph.
Sambas, Naya Floof, Yamasani. Rev Siga Palachapa. Yanaba Yaflum Shusha. Happy Ama Palachapa. Vazrik Tumbra Zenoi. Oh, Jim Whipsy.
In a probe.
Sharky. Judge.
Huh.
Jokey boo.
Zumpitar. No Yopik. Nasine Pafarble. Shamagra Gorbane. Lispa Lathan. Ah, Sul. Yazub. Bimbus.
Parsafe Yeeble Pwemp. Norbs. Onda Baglaffy. Shunka Bwapso. Ah, Yikla.
Jabin, Longitude.
Huh. Kenneth Thoy. Uh-huh.
Douche. Finuza!
Kanumi, Merkel syrup.
Oh! Woo! Washavoo! Whoa! Oh, say, Jenna! Oh! 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 Yipsy! Oh! Whoa! Oh, say, Jenna!
Hey, friends.
Oh! Whoa! Oh, say, Jenna! Woo! Washavoo! Spino? Yeah, Fruz. Ah. Huh?
E-Rock. Stop it, fool.
You mean Nobi Nagella?
Oh. Par passe à noi Florib. Yib Sacranaria. Dissipate. Netflix. Blow far about a boy. Aracaba. Even perhaps Jimmy's.
Febide
Oh.
Macaner. Jabini Nobe. Franj
Arsape
Bishoshi.
Fropen. Domino. Quar Corbin.
Ah.
Phonosa Labratus. Gorch Bat. Fimty Swipik. Skisna Plushi. Vimat.
Angoli Usanet. Smishy Yafana. Fefite Pelka. Benio. Bombzoid Dimpish.
Yibs, Tombra. Womberg. Huh? Womberg, Womberg. Ooh.
Guacta.
Purple Perpanar. Kirasha Yabasane. Vilperbre. Shirsa. Gibaru. Balaform Frida. Muchi Pichi. Ah.
Uh-huh.
Peyun Zaruka. Sposhim Avani. Move. Sawubi. Blurky Uzarza. Squaz Nelcher. Banji Chila. Lindsay Shark.
Gotha.
Gibbs?
Husao. Tonkupu. Arabao.
Ah.
Oh,
Ubade.
Rinva. Miss Stevie Flina. Shelsh. Arvani. Busharp Kumiao. Huh? Wadisa. Lamina.
Emkaharp Dalvis. Sabomanukum, Biwa, and Frobby Sebrum. Vanoy?
Subao Havery. Umfront Nibahana.
All right, my friends, we have finished our third focus session for this morning. I hope y'all are doing okay. I've just realized that a file, a text, a script that I've been writing didn't save, and I have lost the entire script. So yeah, I'm gonna have to try to fix that later on. That's gonna be my afternoon thing, is fix the script. It's fine. So Astana, coffee's not doing it for you. At least you have a cat in your lap. Aw, kitty. You're so tired. I can believe it. I am so sorry that you're so tired. Oh, and I know that me yawning, excuse me, is not helping matters any. Jeeves are gonna have an alien baby. I don't, unless you've got, like, a specific mod, I don't think that that women Sims typically get pregnant when they're abducted by aliens. I mean, I might be able to have her check. No, there's no option to, yeah, there's no option to check. So, let's, no. Sorry, Optin, you cannot like any type of music. Let's hire repair service with that. So yeah, there's no option of testing for pregnancy, so I don't think she's got that option. Okay, Clement, you have been fixing that computer forever, so I'm gonna reset you. Rob Bobson, all of our computers are broken for some reason. Can you insta repair that, please? All 4 of our computers are broken. The repair dude should be here soon though, so that's fine. The sink has been repaired, so that's good. And we've got 4 paintings. Violet, you don't think that you ever do with alien? Oh, that there is any option of checking for pregnancy with alien abductions? That's possible. Eclair, hello. How are you doing? You alright? From Tucson, Arizona. How is Arizona right now? Is it overly hot? Because it is about that seasonal time for you, isn't it? Okay, so let's see. What do we have? This is a masterpiece. Rob Bobson painted a carrot. That's also a masterpiece. That is just excellent, so we will sell that one. And this one is a Ooh, Fleur! Shaz painted a masterpiece. It isn't just Rob Bobson, the artist, anymore. Shaz is in the house. Right, let's find places for these new masterpieces. Right, let's see. Let's start with the carrot. I think we can put the carrot painting there. And just move that over. The other masterpiece, we can put one there. Then we've got Fleur's masterpiece, which we can put there. There we go. And we'll frame each canvas. Fantastic. Ooh, Augie and Shaz became friends. Asana, you're gonna put your stuff in your room and then make tomato soup. Hopefully, the tomato soup will give you a little bit of energy. Sometimes it does. Sometimes it does. Eating that is can give you a bit of energy. Jeebs, Claire, you're sleepy. It's 4 a.m. Oof. 4 o'clock this morning here in the UK. I was fast asleep. Jeebs, you like how I mispronounced Tucson? What? Tucson? 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 I have no idea. Okay, I think these computers are just broken because Rob Bobson was supposed to do an Insta repair, and that is not an Insta repair. So I think we might. Okay, let's reset. There we go. So they're still broken, but I've reset them, and maybe Rob Bobson can now fix them. Let's see. See if Mira can fix this one. If not, then we're just gonna have to buy new things. It'll be fine. Jeebs, look it up. Tucson. That's how it's pronounced for some reason. Okay. Tucson, Arizona. There we go. Claire, some people say Tucson equals Tucson, but the Spanish pronunciation is as I said it. Okay. Tucson or Tucson. Just depending on if you do the American pronunciation or the Spanish pronunciation. There you go. Asana the cat feels like a motor. Oh, is she being a per motorboat? I love cats. Cats are awesome. Okay, yeah, this okay. No one is fixing these, so we're gonna have to just. For some reason, they are completely bugged out. So I'm just gonna have to sell all 4 computers. And, rebuy them. 1, 2, 3, 4. There we go. Here we are. Computers have been rebought. So annoying that they bugged out like that, but there you go. This is The Sims after all, and bugs are rampant in this game. Oh, Muir, will you please sell that to a collector? Thank you. Everything else is okay. It doesn't look like anything else is broken. So we're doing good. Let us just double check in here. Nope, everything's fine. Okay, fantastic. Jeeves, your cat is just a bunch of hair right now. Aw, bless. You gotta love animals. I love animals. I cannot wait until we get a dog. That is our next pet. I had Felix for my cat for 18 years, and then she passed away in 2024, so a couple of years ago. And I said when she passed away that I was going to get a dog. The plan was when she passed away, I was either going to get some rats or a dog. And one of my housemates is dead set against the rats, so we're gonna get a dog instead. They don't much like the idea of having a dog either, but it's literally 3 against 1, 3 votes for a dog and 1 vote not for a dog. So the yeses have it. Eclair, all of your gallery art went white after the February update. You need to replace it all. Is the gallery working now? As much as the gallery works, it's still, I mean, like, hold on, let me pause and save the game real quick because I haven't saved it at all this live stream. Come on. Come on. Please. Please save. Please, please. Thank you. Okay. So, yeah, the gallery, as you can see here, does work, but it is automatically sorted by most popular now. So, if you want to, yeah, it is automatically set, by default set to sort by most popular. So I would just remember to click sort by newest, and you should be fine. Jeeves, it's spring. Your cat is a Maine Coon mix, short-haired but still double-coated. The house looks like several cats exploded. Dang. Yeah, just keep brushing the cat. That's what I had to do with Felix. Because, Felix was a typical British short hair. But when she started shedding, she shed. So I was constantly, I actually used a knit comb. I found that was the comb that she liked the most. That she was willing to sit there on my lap while I brushed her. So I used a knit comb and would comb out her fur. Every time she went on, or, got on my lap, I was combing her, just to get rid of all of the loose fur. She also liked, for a brief time, she liked those grooming gloves that you can get, but she got bored of that one. But yeah, the knit comb, for some reason, she absolutely loved that comb. So, Clara, working gallery, what a novel concept. I know, right? But it does work now. You can access it, you can download and upload. It's just, for some reason, they've got it set to sort by most popular, which a lot of people are like, no, please don't do this. Why are you doing this? This is such a bad idea. And I actually agree with that. It should not be default to most popular of all time at all. But there we go. In fact, there's if I go into, is the game actually going to save out? Please save. Please stop. Come on. Come on. You can do it, game. You can do it. I believe in you. You can do that. It's fine. It's fine. It's just being a pain. There we go. Okay. So, yeah. there's been real quick, Sims Direct Communications over on Twitter. We're collecting feedback on the gallery sorting changes via the EA forums. Thanks to everyone who's shared so far. We're exploring rolling back the default view based on what we're hearing, and we'll keep you updated as we have more to share. So they are thinking of rolling back the default view, and the whole thing is very quietly in the last update, they changed the gallery to default to most popular. Okay? And, someone's like, default sort order changed to most popular. This means unless a user knows to look beyond the front page, they won't see a creator's, won't see your newest creations, or won't see the newest creations uploaded to the gallery overall. She says, I've tried resetting it several times. It keeps going back to download to most popular. I'm not happy about this. And at the time, the devs actually said, this is by design. And everyone's like, what? What even? Why? why sort it by why is this by design now? Why change it? It wasn't broken. Yeah, here we are. This is functioning as designed. The gallery defaults to now defaults to most popular filter. Please feel free to provide your feedback on this design choice here if you'd like. And people are like, why? No one asked for this. People have been asking for since they changed it so that gallery notifications. Gallery notifications used to appear in-game in your notifications wall. So, like, if someone faved your image, or if Maxis themselves faved someone's build or someone's household, it came up in the notifications wall. And if someone commented on one of your builds or one of your households, it showed up in the notifications wall so that you could see it. And they quietly took that out. And people have been saying ever since they took it out, please put it back in the game. No one asked for you to take it out. And the Sims team have refused. They've absolutely, they're like, no, we're not doing it. But yeah, it looks like they're at least, we're, at least exploring rolling back the default view to how it was with it being newest instead of most popular. It is just so stupid. Absolutely stupid that they're doing it. It's just, I don't get it. I don't get it. But there you go. Okay, so my friends, thank you so much for being here with me today. I really, really appreciate each and every one of you. We will be back in 1.5 hours. I need to go get something to eat for lunch, and I need to go for a walk. I am determined that I'm going to go through this year, this entire year. I am training myself so that I can eventually walk the Dales Way, which is a 80-mile one-way trip from West Yorkshire, UK to the Lake District, UK. So I need to go for a walk to keep up with that training. So lunch and a walk, and we will be back here at 2 p.m. UK time in 1.5 hours. Thank you all so much for being here. I'll catch you in 1.5 hours. Until then, stay safe, stay hydrated, and continue working on your to-do lists. Bye. Where's my go offline button? There it is. Bye. Violet, thank you so much for the follow over on Twitch. I really, really appreciate it. I will see you